Welcome back. Whitlock and Wiley, joined once again by Sean Merriman and LeVar Arrington. We have our signed boxing gloves here.
Ooh, look at
by
that.
Manny Pacquiao and Keith Thurman.
Keith Thurman gets
nice.
the most beautiful.
We're all going to be in Las Vegas on Saturday. Come see us at Dre's.
Where's my glove?
Beach Club before the fight.
Out of the back.
Oh. All right.
Knock you out with my left.
Let's switch gears.
Who will win?
Before we return, Marcellus. I'll be out of breath for 30
Don't
seconds.
do that.
All right.
Hold the fight.
Turn to the NFL, where running back holdouts are a big topic of conversation this offseason. Ezekiel Elliott is considering one in Dallas. And right here in L.A., Melvin Gordon announced that he is planning to hold out of training camp until he gets a new deal, a move that he says has won him the support of running backs around the league, as well as his teammates.
Then they're all behind me. They all got my back, and but they all told me, you know what, no matter what, we don't really speak on contracts. You go do it, what's best for you and your family, and I'm glad I got that support from them.
You know what? I think there's a lot of sympathy for running backs around the league. Their value has been diminished by the past happy NFL. I think most of us, and particularly my generation, we all grew up idolizing running backs.
Exactly.
Walter Payton, Jim Brown, O.J. Simpson.
Say it.
Yeah.
The first thing.
They were the face of the football, and now Robbie Gould, his holdout threat works better than a running back.
You got 10 mil.
Yeah.
A kicker.
I have a lot of sympathy for running backs.
Wow. You're absolutely correct. That generation is lost. When you first got onto a football field, everyone wanted to play running back. Give me the ball, let me run in the circle, and be number 32 for me. It was just, I got to be number 32 running back. And for basketball players, it was 23, and it's changed, it's shifted. But the sympathy has grown. Two reasons. One, everyone learned from Le'Veon Bell's situation last year. No one wants to be on the other side of that dispute. No one wants to be the Steelers' O-line in that situation. And two, let's just be real. Everybody's making money. You just talk about Robbie Gould. Kickers are making money, setting franchise records in terms of compensation. And everyone is making money, but there's only one position where the franchise tag is going south, and it's the running back position. So just the sympathy alone is going to come, and it's going to come even heavier than before because we learned from last year in Le'Veon.
You know, I think we all got fooled by, like, the New England Patriots, right? And what they've been able to do over this last 10 years. And throw a guy back there, you put a guy in there, he can just, you find a way to win with whoever's back there in the backfield. Well, everybody's not the New England Patriots. They have a system over there, and they had a system over there for the past 2 decades. I feel bad for not only running back, but in Melvin's situation in general, right? Because you have a workhorse. With the Chargers aren't a better team without Melvin Gordon. No. They just aren't. Are they a Super Bowl team? They're a playoff team without him, no matter what. Could they get a ring? Are they a Super Bowl team? Probably. That's the question I think that everybody needs to kind of answer. This is a guy who can carry the ball 20 or 25 times per game. He's a workhorse. And you can put up all the stats and numbers and things like that, but let me tell you something as a former defensive player. When you have someone as impactful as Melvin Gordon back there, you got to account for him every single play, right? So your defense and how you write up your game plan is different because Melvin Gordon's in the backfield. So you can devalue a lot of these guys all you want to because of stats, they take hits and they start to decline after 8 years. But some guys back, Ezekiel Elliott, Le'Veon Bell, Melvin Gordon, all these type of running backs, when they're in the backfield, they change game plans, and these guys deserve to get paid. So hopefully they can work that out.
I respect all of those opinions, but they're not a Super Bowl team with him. If you look at it in terms of how it compares.
With him or without him?
With or without him. I mean, if you look at it, LT was in that same backfield with Rivers, right? It's the same. If anything, I think that team earlier on with you guys playing was a better team than this team that they currently have.
Different team, but yeah.
Different, but I don't think that they're better. So when you look at it from that perspective, no, he doesn't. He's not that big of a differentiator to make them a Super Bowl winner or not. That's first and foremost, if we're being realistic. And I like Melvin Gordon. He's a big tenor. I'm with that. But when you look at it from the business aspect of it, business is business, all right? There are far more better quarterbacks coming into our league now than ever before, which has now led into, with this 7-on-7 culture, 7-on-7 culture has truly changed the dynamic in the face of football as it applies to every single level. Why? Because now it has developed so many amazing, dynamic, passing, prolific quarterbacks that every single team now has prolific quarterbacks. It's not, oh, we could have a guy like Trent Dilfer and just run the ball, and we could have a guy like Neil O'Donnell and just run the ball. No, it's not like those days anymore. Everybody can throw the ball, which means now you have to protect the guy that throws the ball even more. So you're paying more money to the guys that are anchors on your offensive line. Now you have to pay more money to the guys that are catching the ball, right? Then now you got to pay more money to the guys who are covering the guys who are receiving the ball. And then now you got to pay more money to the people who are trying to get to the guy who's throwing the ball. So it's not unfair to say that the running back's position has been devalued. It's that the evolution, the constant evolution of where this game has gone has truly diminished the value of what we saw when we saw Eric Dickerson or Peyton, Walter Payton or O.J. Simpson. It has truly changed. The dynamic of it has changed, and that's what it is.
But ask the Steelers. What was the Steelers' X factor why they didn't make the playoffs last year? My opinion is because they didn't have Le'Veon Bell. If you have Le'Veon Bell in that backfield, he's good for 1 or 2 games.
Yeah.
His production and what he's capable of doing, and it's just how many things he can do on the field. You can put him at a slot wide receiver. You can catch the ball out the backfield. He would have won, which 1 or 2 games, they would have been the playoff team last year. So you have him back there in a different team.
That is a dynamic running back. There are very few dynamic. Marshall Faulk is a dynamic running back. Jerome Bettis would not make it in. Love you, Bus. Would not make it in today's NFL based around how NFL teams are running their offenses.
Well, a little pushback. Lamar Jackson says thank you. Every quarterback can throw, because right now the jury's still out on that one, even though I think he can
throw the ball.
Oh, he can throw the ball. You're right. The 7-on-7 youth level mixed with the metrics of it's simple as this, and I love running back. I played running back in college. I was a collegiate running back. Let me tell you this. The smart people just started to say, hey, I'd rather throw a short pass than have a long run. And a short pass, we know it as defenders. Peyton Manning and Tom Brady, when they back there, I'm like, this ain't going to be the game to get all them sacks, just because, dude,
it's gone.
And it's 6 yards versus a running back has to work, and everyone is work. We got 5 yards. It is just simple mathematics that has devalued this position.
All right, coming up, we'll give you our latest approval ratings from Mike Tomlin, and Uncle Jimmy will tell us what he thinks of the Steelers coach. Next!